Okay, thank you. Okay, so basically, let us discuss that what is research, and let me clear this again. If you have any type of question, just note it with yourself, and at the end of the lecture, we will be responding to each and every question. So, basically, this internship was designed for the fellows to learn research by their own and to be able to work on different research topics uh, on their own. And our main aim of this research course and all this internship thing is to make sure that everyone can have an opportunity to learn research and they may be able to work on their own in the future courses or in the next title. So today we will discuss from the basics because we do have fellows which know about the research, and we do have fellows from the first and second year who don't know about the research too much. So we will be starting from the very beginning, that what is the meaning of research. If you look at the research word, this is the combination of two words, re and search. Re means that once more or a fresh or a new or back with return to a previous state. So basically, if you are doing something again, this means that re and search means that looking through or going through thoroughly to look into something or to examine or to find anything. So basically, research is the struggle to find out new things, to find out fresh things, and to find out everything, every details which is fresh and new. So basically, this is the meaning of research. And if you look at the definition of research, research is a collection of methods and methodologies that researchers apply systematically to produce scientifically based knowledge about the social world or anything. So basically, research is the collection of methods and methodologies that anyone who want to do research apply systematically. It's not like you are applying something roughly. You have to follow the systematic way or the systematic procedure to produce scientifically based knowledge. Please don't use these things. And research must be systematic, and it follow a series of steps in a rigid standard protocol, and these rules are broadly similar, but may vary slightly between the different fields of science. So if you are doing research in medical, or if you are doing research in a social sciences or any other sciences, the basic rules will be same for each and everything. It's simple, like we discussed earlier, that after working in this original article, you people will be able to work on your own, work independently on other original research articles. So basically, research, the basics rules are the rules broadly are similar, and if you learn something here in this session, then in next stages of your life, you will be able to work on them. You will be able to work on different topics. So uh, there may be slight changes from different fields. If you look at the different fields, or if you look between the fields, that there will be some little bit changes, slightly differences for research or among research rules, but the basic or the broad rules are very same and similar for everything. So research is an organized and systematic way of finding answers to questions. So there are several things. Research is basically an organized way to find out, and systematic, organized and systematic way of finding answers to questions. So there will be questions, and you are finding answers to those questions, and then you have to find the answers to organize and systematic way. And if we look at the different definitions, that what does systematic means, because there is a definite set of procedure and step which you follow. So this is called systematic, that there will be some set of rules, there will be some set of procedures that you have to follow, and there are certain things in the research process which are always done in order to get the most accurate results. For example, if we discuss this, that how come is research be systematic, that so basically, if you are working on any research article, you have first of all to find out the research gap, then you have to formulate the title, then you have to work on the introduction and methodologies, and after that you have to collect the data, and then analyze the data, then interpret the results and discuss the results. So these are the proper pathways that you have to follow. You cannot work on an article if you say that I will first write a discussion, then I will work on results, and I will do these things in a reverse way. This is not possible. So you have to do the systematic workout. You have to do the systematic workout on the research which you want to do, then you will be able to find out the results or find out the answers to the questions. And it is a search repeatedly for knowledge, that is a discovery of hidden truth. Knowledge is basically the hidden truth, and if you want to find out the hidden truth, you have to get knowledge. You have to search, and it is an investigation of finding solution to scientific and social problems through objective and systematic analysis. You do have objective, and it will lead you to new contribution to the existing knowledge. So, if you want to contribute to the existing knowledge, then you have to do the research. You have to find out the new methods, new ways, and new issues, new solutions to the issues, new answers to the questions. And you have to unhide the new questions and then find out answers for the new questions. So basically all these things is a part of research, and you do it systematically and in an organized way. So what does organized mean? In an organized way, in that there is a structure of method in going about doing research. It is a planned procedure, not a spontaneous one, and it is focused and limited to a specific scope. You are going to write an organized synopsis or research article on cardiovascular diseases or inflammatory diseases or any other thing. So you have to do these things, and after finding out that you want to do some sort of specific research, you have to do an organized search. You have to find out what the question is, what the issue is, and then make a pathway, an organized procedure, a planned procedure. That you will find out the question. You will make the questionnaire, and then you will analyze. You will fill up that questionnaire, or you have to collect the data from for after certain disease. For example, if you are doing research on prevalence of malaria in district Peshawar, let's assume that you are working on this topic, then first of all you have to find out the correct area for your study. You can't do research related to malaria in some region where there is too cold and can't exist over there. So for that purpose you have to find out the organized structure. You have to make the whole details in the form of a synopsis. Then you will be able to do a complete research. So how you can find answers if you have questions, you have done research on systematic ways, and you have done the work organized way, then you will be able to find the answers. And in the end of all research, whatever is the answer is to a hypothesis or a simple question, this is research. This is the research, and research is successful when we find answer. Basically, if you are looking for some answers and you find answer to that certain questions, that this is your research. You are working on some specific medicine, that is this medicine better choice for someone. Then you have to find out all the answers, and when you find out all the answers, this is your research. And what are the questions? Questions are the central to research, and if there is no question, then there is no use of research, and the answer is of no use. If you don't have any question, if you don't have any type of disease in your vicinity or in your city, and you want to do research about that disease, so it will not work for you, or it will not be any of any work. Research is basically a focused, which is focused on relevant, useful, and important question. That question must be relevant to your society, to your community. That question must be useful, and that question must be important. Without a question, research has no focus, no drive, or no purpose, because without question, you don't want to find out anything. You can't do any research. So there are other ways for that things. We will discuss it later. So what are the sources of research? If you look at sources of research, there may be thousands of sources, there may be many more sources of research, but main sources are experience. You experience something, you are a HO or MO or TMO, or you are at any other post, or you even a student, and you are experiencing different things. You are experiencing different patients. You are in a hospital on your duty, and you are experiencing surge in some sort of cases. For example, there is a surge in malaria cases in your vicinity. Then this might be a specific question for you, that why malaria is higher in this area. You are facing a surge, or you are a medical officer or TMO or at any other post like I mentioned before, and you are experiencing that some patients are reacting bad to some sort of medicines. They are not reacting properly to some sort of medicines, and you want to find out the answers. So basically, this is the experience that you have gained, and then you will be able to find out, to formulate your question, your hypothesis, and all these things. Second thing is human beings. You look at human beings, you meet with different human beings, and then you discuss ideas, you see patients, and all these things lead you to research. The third thing is books. If you read books and you study different issues, it might be related to psychology or any other field of science. So books are also the main source of research, from where you can find out research about research, and journals and periodicals. Let's see if you are a TMO, or resident, or HO, or student, and you study different journals, articles, and periodicals, and you find about, if you look at any research paper, there will be a section in the research paper, usually at the end of the section, in the limitations, or the conclusion sections, you will find out that there is a research gap. They meant in each and every paper you will find out the research gap. So you are studying journals, and you are studying different type of articles, and you got an idea that I can mix these things and I can do that research in my own area. So basically, these all things are the source of research. And the last thing, nature, environment, where you live, where you reside, you look at different peoples, you study different things, you observe different things, and then you do have questions. Your questions arose in your mind, and to answer those questions, you have to do the research. So what are the tools of research? Research is done with the help of study. If you experiment, observation, analysis, comparison, reasoning, and criticism, you study something and you find out some new things in that study. This is also a research. You do an experiment, you run an experiment, and the answers or the result of that experiments is your research. Observation, which is the most common form of research. You do observe things, you observe hospital patients, you observe different journals, you observe different conditions and situations, and then this become your research. So analysis, you have to analyze, you have to use analysis tools in your research. With the help of analysis tools, you can do research. And with the help of comparison, you compare different things. One medicine is working good for some patient, and the another medicine is not working good, so you can compare those things. And sixth part thing is reasoning. You discuss things with reasoning, like discussions and criticism. You criticize, or someone else criticize something, and you want to find out the answer of that criticism. This is the tool of research. So basically, with using these tools, you can do research, and you can find out answers to your questions. And if you look at the objectives of research, that what are the main objectives of research? So basically, the main objective of research are to first want to discover new facts. You want to do something new. You want to study about some disease. You want to focus on some disease. You want to discover new facts, new realities, new things. And these are the main objective of your research. So basically, if you want to do some new research, if you want to discover new facts, then you have to do research, and that will be your objective: to discover new facts and to verify and test important facts. If you know about some facts and you have not verified it, or scientific community have not verified, there is some kind of drugs and some kind of diseases you want to study about, and you want to test important facts about that things, then you have to do research. It is compulsion to do research if you want to verify and test important facts, and to analyze an event or process or phenomena, to identify the cause and effect relation. You want to identify the cause and effect relationship, then you have to analyze an event or process, and identify the cause and effect. Something is causing some effect or relationship. You want to study about the cause and effect relationship, cause of one medicines on some certain diseases, association type of studies. You want to do this type of things. So you have to do research, and this will be the objective of your research. And the next, fourth one is to develop scientific tools, concept, and theories to solve and understand research and non-scientific problems. You want to develop the scientific tools and the concept and theories, and you want to solve and understand the scientific or somehow non-scientific problems. Then you need research, and you have to conduct research for this purpose. Now, to find solution to scientific, non-scientific, and social problem, this problem might be scientific, that this problem might not be scientific, and that problem might be social problem. So, if you want to find solution for all these problems, either scientific, non-scientific, or social problem, you have to do research. You have to conduct the research and to overcome or solve the problem occurring in our everyday lives. If you are conducting any if you want to solve the problems which occur in daily lives, in daily activities, then you have to do research. So purpose of research is, no purpose would like, if you look at the reality, that no person would like to do research without any purpose of motivation. If you don't have any motivation, if you don't have any purpose, why would you conduct research? Why would you participate in research? And the main purpose and motivation of research are to get a research degree along with its benefits. If you are a TMO, or if you are HO, or if you want to settle abroad, you need a degree, research degree, then you have to do research for that purpose. The second is the thing is to get a research degree and then to get a teaching position in university or in a research institute. You want to conduct a research degree, and you want to be able to talk to different students, like just like this internship we have bought for you people, that we want you people to be mentor in future. And if you learn this research over there with us, you will be able to teach research, and you can apply to any research university or any research institution. And the third is to get research position academically advanced countries like USA, Canada, Germany, England, Japan, Australia, etc., and settle over there. You are a medical student, you have completed your basics, your graduations, your bachelors, and you want to settle abroad in Germany, England, or any USA like USA, Mali, and other countries. So you have to do research, you have to conduct research, you must have experience in research, you must know about the research, not just previously people used to get authorship in several research papers, but now they ask about research, and you have to provide that details and that you do know about the research, and for that purpose you have to conduct research. And if you want to solve and the unsolved and challenging problems, there is a problem in society, and you will have a chance to work on different unsolved problems and challenges during your course of life. Maybe in the next years of your life, you may get an opportunity in Pakistan or somewhere abroad to work on some specific disease or some specific problem and find out answer to that some specific problem. Yeah, you can do research, and the purpose of research may be to get joy and doing creative work. Just like for us, we do get joy and while doing creative work, and to acquire respectability. Research can provide you respect, research can give you respect. This very clear thing, that anyone, if you look at your surrounding, anyone who know about research is more precious than anyone who has 8 to 10 articles and does not know about the research. So basically, if you know about the research and you do have experience of research, you do know how to conduct the research, then it will be more beneficial for you to conduct research, and it will be more, it will acquire you respect, it will give you respect. And to get recognition, if you want to get recognized among your fellows in your institute or among different exams, you want to be identified, you want to be recognized. So yeah, you have to do research, and research will get you recognition. Like most of people know about the Scholar Studio Research Institute today, just because we do provide research related things, and we do help provide help to the medical students and any other students. So this will get you recognition, and curiosity may also lead you to the research, that you are curious to find out the unknown facts of any event. So you can do research for that purpose. So these are the basic purposes of research. Then there are hundred and thousand more: curiosity to find new things, to serve the society by solving social problems or biological problem or any other related problem. So these are the purposes of research. So if you think that you need to get you do have purpose in listed in this, or you want to be recognized, you want to be respected, you want to get jobs or settlement or PR cards in different countries, you must know about research, because the developed world is focusing more on research. There is very low patient burden on doctors in foreign countries. So the only thing remaining is research, and anyone who want to settle abroad must be aware about research, must know about the research, and must be able to conduct research on their own, specifically original research, which is the backbone of every research. So you must know about these things and this research. So if you look at the alternative to research, what are the alternatives to research? If you don't want to do research, or if anyone is not interested to in research or want to learn about the alternatives to research, there are following several things which are alternative to the research, like authority, tradition, common sense, media myths, and personal experience. If you look at this one by one, so authority is when you accept something as true just because someone is in a position of authority, say it is true or it is an authoritative publication. You are using authority as a basis of your knowledge. Someone in authority have told you that something have taken place and you accepted it just because that person who told you something was authorized person. So that is the alternative to research. But if you use this thing, you will always be listening to your authoritative person. You will not be able to find out solutions to the problems on your own. And the next thing is tradition. If tradition is a special case of authority and the authority of the past, it means you accept something as being true because it's the way things have always been. Like simply, if I give you a simple example, that someone who have cleared USMLE and is in US without any research details, or he or she has just conducted or bought some research authorship, and they don't know about the basics of research, they don't know about everything of the research, and they still got a match, and they still got matched, and they are in foreign country, and then you are following his tradition. So basically things might change in this time duration, and this might not work for you, but this is called tradition, that you follow something because in the past that thing was true, but you want to do this to follow this present or in future. That is called tradition, that you are following something blindly or on the experience of someone else. And the next is common sense. You rely on what everyone knows and what just makes sense, that something is makes sense, and you accept that thing. And it is about ordinary reasoning. It can originate from traditions. So these are the alternative to research. Media myths is also an alternative to research. Media tends to perpetuate the myths of culture, and if you are agreeing on anything, if media is showing you something that and you are accepting that media myths, that is also the alternative to research, but it's not in research, it's not a research, and it does not have to do anything with the research, but it's media myths that someone told you, or in social media you studied that you don't need research to travel to foreign countries or to settle your career or to get higher positions, and you accept this media myth. So basically in this world of social media, there is very less people who really share true news on social media. So these media myths are things are alternative to research. And the last one is personal experience. And if something happens to you, if you personally experience it or see it, you accept it as a true, that it's true. You have tried to get some foreign residency, and you got it without research. You were lucky, or you got the chance to get that thing, and then you consider it as a true experience and tell everyone that you don't need research or anything else for you. So this is your personal experience, and all these things are alternative to research. We will discuss now the importance of research. That a research problem refer to a difficulty which a researcher or scientific community or an industry or a government organization or society experience. So basically, research problem is the difficulty which someone is facing. This difficulty may be at different level. It may be at individual level, where you can work on a case studies. It may be at community level, scientific community level, or any industry level. If you see at the international research programs, most of the industries give funds to research groups and to research organization to find out solution to some specific problems. So if any difficulties at industry level or government organization, sometimes hard researchers or want to find out solution of some specific questions, or a society experience something bad and you want to find out answer for that society experience. So basically these all things are research. You want to You want to solve a difficulty, you want to solve a problem, you want to answer a question, and you want to find out that this certain hypothesis is true or not, it is acceptable or not acceptable. For all these things you need research, and for all these things research is important. And research on existing theories and concepts help us to identify the range and implication of them. You might have studied these things in a second year or in your intermediate levels or even in your bachelor's level during your MBBS that theories do change and the concept do modify with the time, and this is because of the research that certain person have done some research on some certain theory and presented some certain theory, and after 10 to 15 years you see flaws in that theory and you want to redefine that theory. So basically these things help humanity to identify the range and application of these theories. So this is also the importance of research, that theories with time to time get modified and new things get added to these theories, and all these things are for the benefits of humankind, all these things are for the benefit of humanity, and it is the fountain of knowledge and provide guidelines for solving problems. Basically research is a fountain of knowledge from where knowledge is dripping and providing guidelines for solving different problems. That problems might be related to social sciences or medical sciences or any other field of science. And research leads to a new style of life and make it delightful and glorious. So basically a researcher is a person who, if you are an HO or MO and you are a researcher, you will not see patients, you will see research articles. If you are moving, if you ask me that how I examine hospital, whenever I visit hospital with someone or due to some issue, I don't examine people. I see different research articles in those different departments. If I'm visiting ENT, or if I'm visiting emergency, or if I'm visiting pathology section or any other section, I don't look at people. I don't consider them people. I consider them. I look at these things that is a potential topic for research. Sometimes when I visit to different hospital with my friends, I tell them this is the case report. From this word you can get data for a research article. From this word you can get data of two research articles. So basically all these things are the research leads to a new lifestyle, new style of life, where you don't look at things like previously. You examine them differently whenever you are moving in any area. There are certain topics that are hitting your mind constantly, that will hit your mind constantly, and at the end of a hospital visit, if you give a visit to hospital and you are a researcher, and after that visit you will be able to formulate 5 to 8 new synopses. You will be able to work on 5 to 6 different more research topics. So basically it's a new style of life, and it makes life delightful and glorious. When you look at things like as a research article, you suffer less, and you see a new way of life, you experience a new field of life, you experience new things, and you look at things differently. So this is basically research provides you that different way of looking, that different way of examination, that different way of observations, and all this is because of the research, that you know about the research, and you can do research on your own. So the fifth thing is social research help to find answer to social problem, and same is medical research help to find answers to medical problem. And they explain social phenomena and seek solution to social problems such as, and in the same manner the medical phenomena, if explain medical research, explain medical phenomena, and you seek solution to some sort of medical problem may be social problem. It is not necessary that medical problem may not be a social problem. If you look at the COVID or any other disease or all the pandemics, these all are social problems, and you find out answer for them through medical research, and it leads to the identification and characterization of new materials like new medicines, new drugs, new equipments, new living things, and like if you new stars, new theories, new laws. So you have a vast experience. You can even clone different animals. There are experiments going on humans and different animals related to the aging process, related to different disease. Like previously I was studying a research article, and in that scientific report they mentioned that there may be a cure for HIV very soon, available for each and everyone. So basically, research gives you this opportunity to study different things, to work on different things, and to find out information about different things, and together information about different things. So basically, research provide you a broad way, and you be some of the fellows of this internship were very they were thinking about that how this will things will run and how these things will go on further. So basically in this internship we will provide you detail, we will try to teach research from very basics. Like today we have just studied the simple things about research, and we will be studying all these things in very detail and in very detailed manner. This was the initial lecture where we studied about what is research and what are the elements of research, what is the importance of research, and how you can conduct different research, how research can give you benefit, how research can be helpful in your life, and how you can get the new perspective about the research by studying different problems and studying different things. So, if you have any questions, you can ask right now. So if you have any question, you can just